Hi, Zizaran here today with another video, and today we are going to be talking about the new Ruthless mode. Finally, we have more details on Ruthless mode. My camera died, so I'm using a very old webcam until I can get my camera fixed. Now, very important, and this is like the main thing that I feel like a lot of people are missing. This is a pet project. This is not really a GGG project in the normal sense. This is something one or two of the old developers really like, and they really want to play this way. So they're working on this in their spare time. And GGG have said like this isn't something that is like being used dev time on. It's just an extra thing. This doesn't affect the normal game. This is like a standalone thing. Does not affect Path of Exile as we know it. So I'm a little confused on all the outrage for it because of that. Ruthless changes the entire game. What does it change? So first off, it changes the loot. Currency is massively decreased, quantity massively decreased, magic, rare, and unique items are massively decreased. Divination cards are gone, I think. Most of the crafting and probably crafting recipes are gone. Master crafting is gone. Special crafting currency is gone, like Veiled Chaos, etc. And items that are influenced, they will lose influence if you like annul the influence stat off them or recraft them. They're changing everything that way. Scarcity is the name of the game. It is all about that you'll barely ever find anything, taking us back to the Diablo 2 days where, you know, even finding a blue amulet is huge. And just having an amulet can be really good. So skill gems and skills, you cannot buy them. You have to find them. That means that for Soul Self-Fun, it's extremely punishing. And for Trade League, that means that skill gems will be sort of a chase item. For those that don't know this, back in the day, chain support used to be drop only and it was pretty rare. So it used to be one Exalted Orb, which was like 15 chaos back then. I quite like that personally. I think a lot of Ruthless sounds like a really fun thing that I will occasionally play. A lot of people have been like, Ziz, are you league starting this? You must be so excited. And I'm like, fuck no. A league starting this? This is like a perfect thing for like, okay, I'm bored with PoE right now. Let's try Ruthless, right? And I might not even like that. You know, it's definitely not something I'm going to main. Almost all movement skills are gone. This is the worst change to me. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting them to change that at all because they are reducing like skill gem levels. So that, you know how normally right now Fireball or Armageddon Brand would be a great thing to level with, right? Because it gains damage while you're leveling it. However, they're reducing how gems level. So you'll get a lot less damage for skills. So I have to grind for a lot longer for that power boost. Which makes sense because that makes melee better. But all the movement skills are gone. Dash, Frostblink, Flame Dash, Lightning Orb, like we only have Flicker Strike. So that sounds awful to me. I could see like putting, Flame Dash on like a 30-second cooldown or a 1-minute cooldown or something like that and having it that like, yeah, you only use this when you really need to avoid something. But removing it entirely makes it seem very unenjoyable to me, where everything else seems pretty okay. Well, I mean, it's still fucked, but it seems like something I might enjoy. Flasks don't refill when you go to town. You have to go talk to someone. I mean, that's just adding clunkiness. I understand if you couldn't refill them and you couldn't talk to somebody, but you could talk to somebody to refill it, then I don't understand it. I would understand if you literally had to, like, go get your flask charges somewhere else. That would make sense to me. But talking to someone to refill, that seems weird. League content is less frequent, and there's also no daily missions. You have a lot less choice in this, like in the normal Path of Exile. And the game is still the same. Other than, the changes I mentioned, like monsters aren't going to be more dangerous. We are weaker, so they're more dangerous by comparison. Obviously, the big changes is going to be in maps where we're getting hugely reduced XP, they said, from 68 onwards and things like that. I don't know. I guess obviously it'll get faster when we get the hang of it, but it's probably not too far-fetched to think that it could take 20 to 40, I almost said 1,000, 20 to 40 hours to get to maps. At least on the first go while you're figuring things out. And this is going back to old Path of Exile, and the game was very enjoyable then, but we hadn't experienced new Path of Exile then. So will it be enjoyable going back to that? I know I enjoyed it back then when it was like super slow. I barely got characters over level 70. But it will be interesting to see if I still like stuff like that now that I've seen, well, PoE easy mode, right? Like the newer stuff. So there is an alpha you can sign up for. You can click here, fill out this form, and then get alpha access. Well, I mean, if you're selected, you have to, like, give them details and stuff. I am not going to sign up. There is a chance that I already have alpha access because, well, I'm pretty sure I still have alpha access, but I haven't played since pretty much Delve. And there's also a rule fairly recently that if you play on alpha, you cannot win any other races. That aside, the reason I don't want to play alpha is kind of why I stopped playing after Delve. I really like having that blind experience for stream because in Delve and a few other leagues that I did alpha, I was like, yeah, this is really cool. I've already seen this, but very, very different. For example, the experience when, if you remember when Brutus was first changed, I just walked in and I was like, what the? And I love having that experience for stream. So I will play alpha or beta, whatever, when we're allowed to stream it. But I don't want to, like, do that before then. So for my thoughts on everything, I mean, a lot of these look like fine changes that, like, very, very few people will like. I don't think this is for pretty much anyone. I am surprised to see so many people upset about this. They're like, who asked for this? I was like, well, the two people making it asked for this. They want it. It's like watching somebody build Legos and then going like, well, I didn't want fucking Legos. It's like, okay, who asked? This isn't something that's taking development resources away from the game, and it's just a cute pet project. I think it's awesome that some of the devs are, like, passionate enough that they even want to work on things on their spare time and maybe want to play things differently to what everybody else enjoys. And for the people that will enjoy, maybe this is just something you play for like 5 or 10 hours as a fun dare with your friends. But that's a cool option to have. I am a big fan of having more options. I've profusely disliked this league, but if Ruthless was in this league, I probably would have just done some Ruthless stuff and fucked around on that. This doesn't seem like anything that's going to be challenge leagues or going to have resets. This feels like something that's going to be like, okay, let's go resume my Ruthless playthrough. Other than that, I'm going to be playing the Path of Exile events, Mayhem and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys then. So thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video. Let me know what you guys think about Ruthless. Try to die less than I do.